Resuming debate, the honourable member for Surrey Centre.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today I'm proud to speak to our government's plan for making life more affordable for hardworking Canadians from coast to coast to coast through Bill C-31, an act respecting direct financial support for dental care. It is fundamental that I begin my remarks by reminding this House as to why this legislation is essential to Canadians as we make the cost of living more affordable. In a time of global inflation, families are having to make challenging decisions when at the grocery store, when paying rent or other essential bills, and with all aspects of their daily lives. Inflation is a global challenge that is not restricted by borders and does not discriminate based on socioeconomic status. A result of the COVID-19 pandemic and exacerbated by Russia's unprovoked and unjustifiable invasion of Ukraine, our government is committed to helping families weather the impact of the higher costs of living by putting more money back to their pockets of the middle-class Canadians and those who continue to work hard to join them. When our government came into power in 2015, we understood how critical it was to cut taxes for the middle class and raise them for the wealthiest 1%. We have continuously stood with Canadians during the most challenging times and will continue to provide essential support through the implementation of Bill C-31. The current oral health care system does not provide equal access to services for Canadians. We know that families have made the challenging decision to forego essential dental treatments due to the high costs. To ensure that the most vulnerable and disadvantaged in our communities have access to dental care, we have proposed Bill C-31, an act which will deliver more than $900 million to support the oral health through Canada Dental Benefit. Beginning in 2022-2023, children under the age of 12 without insurance will be eligible to receive dental coverage. Advocating for improved access to the Canadian oral health care system is essential to Canadians. We understand that many families find themselves in a difficult position when they consider seeking oral health services. We do not want parents to find themselves in the position where they must decide between their children postponing or foregoing dental care at a time when their teeth are still developing. In Canada, dental surgery performed under general anesthesia in pediatric hospitals is the most common day surgery. This procedure amounts for 1/3 of all surgeries performed on children between the ages of 1 and 5. We know that 57% of children aged 6 to 11 have had a cavity, with an average of 2.5 teeth affected by decay. In more severe cases, tooth decay in young children can lead to an infectious disease, one which causes pain, interferes with their sleep and growth, and causes lifelong impacts to oral and general health. It is the children in our communities who have experienced the painful and detrimental effects of poor oral health. It is our responsibility to ensure that no child, present or future, will experience the pain of not receiving essential dental treatments. The Canada Dental Benefit will ensure that the children who have not had access to routine oral health care will have improved oral health and an improved quality of life by reducing the potential need for more invasive and costly treatments later on in life. The benefit proposed in this legislation would help break the cycle of poor oral health care for the youngest Canadians. The Canada Dental Benefit would provide direct payments to eligible applicants totaling up to $650 per year per child for families with an income under $70,000. An estimated $390 for families with an income of between $70,000 and $79,999, and $260 for those with a family income of between $80,000 and $90,000. It is estimated that over 500,000 Canadian children could benefit from the targeted investment of over $900 million. To access the Canada Dental Benefit, parents or guardians of eligible children would apply through the Canada Revenue Agency. Applicants will need to confirm that their child does not have access to private dental coverage, that they will incur out-of-pocket dental care expenses for which they will benefit, To be eligible for those funds, you may not have received a full reimbursement for treatment under another government plan, and that they will need to provide documentation to verify the out-of-pocket expenses incurred during the benefit. This may include providing receipts to the CRA. Our government will take action to ensure that Canadians receive the benefit as quickly as possible so that children may begin receiving necessary dental care. This legislation will give the Minister of Health authority to implement this application-based, upfront benefit payment to eligible Canadians later this year. Our government has established December 1st, 2022 as the target implementation date of the Canada Dental Benefit, pending parliamentary approval and royal assent. The benefit will retroactively cover expenses between October 1st, 2022, as long as the child remains eligible on December 1st. In addition to our government's commitment to this program, we will continue to support the oral health in Canada for all Canadians, from coast to coast to coast. We will continue to work with partners and stakeholders in providing oral health services and making life more affordable. In Budget 2022, our government committed $5.3 billion over 5 years and $1.7 billion ongoing to provide dental care to Canadians who otherwise could not afford it. Our government is working diligently to design and implement a long-term national dental care program to ensure that every Canadian can have access to oral health services. It will take time to ensure that this complex national program is sustainable long-term. However, it will remain a top priority for our government. We will continue working closely with key stakeholders, industry partners, academics, and dentistry associations and organizations to help inform decisions on implementing a national dental care program. Until such time, the proposed Canada Dental Benefit would provide parents with children under the age of 12 with financial support to help address the children's dental care needs and increase their quality of life. To provide the time necessary for healthcare and the CRA to make the necessary preparations to deliver the benefit to Canada, the legislation we are proposing needs to be approved urgently. I trust that all members will agree that oral health services are essential to Canadians and join us in supporting this bill that will help thousands of families from coast to coast to coast. Our government understands that parents want to do what's best for their children and that financial barriers should not prevent them from accessing necessary dental care their children require. Passing this bill is an important step towards protecting the oral health of children throughout Canada and ensuring that we eliminate the cycle of foregoing necessary dental care. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Questions?